gonna do it. I'm gonna trade my clerk for a Rockstar dame. Might even get my brother to change his game. Cause we all just wanna work with title rock stars and sell some hilltop houses closing 15 more. The cities come easy and the closings go quick. We'll all stay busy cause we just don't quit.
Welcome to another edition of the Rockstars podcast. We are here in the vault at HQ in beautiful Richboro, Pennsylvania, with the founders of the company. I added you in there, by the way. I put the S. Am I allowed to do that?
Sure.
I'm getting a discerning look over there. The founder plus her son. Nicole is my beautiful co-host, and I'm going to let her introduce our guest today. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. Well, I'd like to introduce you. I'm sure most of you know him. Tom Malcolm, my son.
Do you throw drum rolls in that? This is going to be fun today.
It is going to be fun.
I'm excited. By the way, I'm going to be completely transparent, completely unplanned. Had no idea he was coming on at all. So none of this is scripted. None of this is planned. And we're hoping to make him, it's hard to make him look uncomfortable because you get that like look of ice. He's doing it right now. I can see it. But I think we can do it. I do. What do you think? I think we can do it.
Well, I definitely can do it.
Oh, this is by the way, we could do 4 hours of this. We could. We don't have to stop it, but we could do 4 hours.
We could. There's a lot of content I think that we could come up with. So.
All right, so I'm gonna do the evolution of this. Like my mind is exploding. Like as I was driving here, knowing Tom was coming on, I was like, "There's so much I want to ask him."
Oh boy!
And like having the two of them next to each other is such a moment, and like it's gonna be captured on camera, so it's like forever. You know, it's never leaving us. So there's like I'm trying to organize my thoughts. It's just like you know, like all these different things. So let's start out with like, and I'm gonna actually ask you. Okay. Right? Then instead of asking him, like, what was Tom like as a kid? like let's start off with like baby Tom, right? And think back to like, because I can like equate it to my children now. Was he a rule follower? Was he a bit of a bastard? Like, how would you explain? Well, bastard in the European language is not a curse word, is it? Is it a curse word? All right,
it's
whatever.
kind of a curse word in the U.S.
Okay. Was he not a cool kid? I don't know what the word I would like. Rule follower, not a rule follower.
Tommy has always been a badass.
That's a badass. Is that better than bastard? Okay.
Yeah. So even as a toddler,
well, I'm letting her describe it because we have your mom in the room.
Even as a toddler going through adolescence, he has always been one to break the rules, to push the envelope, to see how far he could get away with things. He was always a leader from a very small.
So no, don't go positive yet. Stay on this course.
Okay, all right. Let me.
So let's talk about baby Tom. Did he come out with his hair?
Yeah, he had a lot.
And
of
the
hair.
beard, or did that
was
like
born
age 5
with
or
a full
6?
Beard.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
Super deep voice coming out of the womb. Hey,
right.
mom, like you know. Now we talk about the like. So it was 2 girls, 1 boy.
Yeah.
Give me the dynamic. Like, did you guys fight for the bathroom? Like what was the whole dynamic like of the 3 of them?
Well, you have Brittany, who is the oldest. She was like mommy. She wanted to be the mom. She wanted to boss everybody around.
What's the age gap? I forget.
So, so Brittany's 35, Rachel's 32, and Tommy's 25.
Okay.
So,
was he a mistake or?
No.
Listen, it's a legitimate question. America wants to know. It was a legitimate.
No. He was definitely planned 100%.
When you look at the age gaps,
that's good to know, though, right? It wasn't a mishap.
He is 100% planned. We wanted a boy, and we got it.
Third.
Yeah. Oh, you are a third.
He is the third.
Okay.
4 Tom Malcolm.
There's 4 Tom Malcolms. Thomas, Tommy, Tomo. Like, how do you differentiate? So you're the third. Dad's junior?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say Tommy for him and Tom for my husband.
Okay.
So everybody gets thrown off when they come in and they hear people referring to him as Tom.
Right.
Because, you think of my husband.
I've always known him as Tommy. But the problem with Tommy is that when we're in a professional setting, it's like, hey, let me call Tommy. You know, but that's what I'm thinking in my head.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Like attorneys on the emails and everything being referred to as Tommy, but that's all right.
So let's be honest. Let's set the record straight because it's your show. This is your episode. So let me explain what that means. You can do and say whatever you want because it's your episode. You own the episode. So starting with letting you speak, what do you want to be called?
You can call me Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's your
My
preference.
friends call me Malcolm.
Okay, your friends call you Malcolm, and Morgan calls you.
Oh boy.
Can we say that on here?
He's Tom Senior in the house.
Boss man.
Oh man! All right, so the three of them fighting, playing. Like, give me the dynamic. You're not giving me a picture. Give me the whole picture. What's it like?
Brittany
What's
was the
house?
bossy one.
Right.
Rachel was the middle child.
Right.
You know, more friendly with Tom, I would say.
So they
were
played
more
together more.
buddies.
They hung out more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Brittany would yell at the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you
And
didn't have to
would-
do anything.
She would rat
That's good.
all the time.
She ratted you a lot.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything that's of note? Any parties while you were gone? Any house
Oh,
fires?
all the time. He had parties all
Yeah.
the time.
Okay. All right.
the
Now
time.
we're getting to it.
And if you really want to go deep,
Now we're getting to
every
it.
school year,
Parties
every
all the
single
time.
school year
Yeah.
from the time of pre-K,
Yeah.
all the way
Pre-K parties?
all the way. No, I'm
Oh, okay.
from pre-K to graduation year.
Yeah.
Every year I got a phone call from
Oh.
either the teacher or the principal. And every year, starting like 6th grade, 7th grade, I was like, okay, when am I going to get that call? Oh my
Every
gosh,
year.
it's been a week. It's been 2 weeks. Okay, I know it's coming. So there was always something that Tom was involved in
I love it.
that was devious.
And you know what's
But-
funny? Because he's gone the opposite direction a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Professionally. Like you are a polished, on point rule follower now. What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
Saw a path forward and I took it.
at what point did you start taking yourself more seriously?
Um,
When you saw that maybe you could like tear it up in business?
I'd have to say probably around 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, there were still a few incidents, but
I
as
love
far
this,
as-
by the way. This is awesome. So
Yeah.
you were a badass party guy, non-rule follower. Would you call him a fire starter at home? Like, would you purposely piss off your sisters?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anything? Did you do like hair dye and like
Nah.
shampoo or
Nah, I
none
didn't
of
do
that?
anything crazy.
No old school tricks, bro.
I might have done the flower. I don't know. I always thought about that. The flower and the hair dryer. I always thought about that. I don't think I ever did it.
That's funny.
So wait, do you get mad? What does your husband do when this stuff happens?
You know what? I think Tommy is such a ball of just
Is it just is it just wisdom? Is he just cool, calm?
My
Just-
husband?
Yeah. Does he just look at your son and be like and just shake his head?
My point is, I don't know that my husband knows what to do growing up, so he kind of just did nothing.
And what'd you do? Freak out? Were you the freak out? Yeah. Did she
Yeah.
freak out a lot?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that entirely. She was kind of freaking out on me, and my dad was freaking out on the girls. It's none of those.
That's
the
true.
typical.
That's
That makes
true.
sense.
That's
That makes
100% true.
That makes
And
sense.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That really
Because
does.
that's the boy, and the
Yeah.
boy can do more than the girls, kind
Yeah.
of thing. So
That makes sense.
I think
though.
that's in a lot of families, though.
It's double
See that
standard.
with
It's not
all my
fair.
friends growing up.
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. So I have a boy and a girl. The girl, Gavin, don't watch this show. She is like way ahead of him. Like the girl is smart. Like the common sense stuff. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, but
I
are
mean,
you
the
gonna
boys
be-
catch up.
you're going to be harder on her as teenagers than you will him.
It's a really good question.
You probably will be.
I probably will be because I just see her getting into way more bleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that.
Yeah.
It's like written on the wall. My son's like, okay, Dad, I'm sorry. She's like, oh hell no. She's just like, forget it. Like messes it. Like, you tell me not to do it, I'm doing it. Like, 100%. But all right, that's good. It's information that it's funny. Like you're very calm, cool, and collected. But I knew you had some like you balled out. You had to.
My friends tell my wife all the time, "You don't know the old time."
I feel like you
hilarious.
guys are just playing it so nice. Like give me good stories. You're giving me nothing.
What kind of stories?
I don't
you
know.
wanna
Like
hear?
I'm feeling it. Like I know that there's a lot. Like, did you like drive a plane off the runway? Like, did
I used
you
to take
steal,
their
like,
cars when I was
Yeah.
like 12.
See,
Yeah.
this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Better yet, ready? So my dad bought a GT.
I knew they were holding back. I knew it.
My dad bought a GT 500. So we're talking a 662 horsepower.
Oh
car,
yeah.
I think.
What color?
It was blue with white stripes. It was a 2014.
It
I
was
think I
so
was
nice.
13 years old.
Oh yeah.
And it was a nice car. It came stock from the factory, loud.
Oh yeah.
And it used to be always in the driveway, covered up. You know?
Calling your name.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah. So there would be times where they're not home for a while, right? And I'm like, I know how to drive stick. My uncle always let me shift for him in his car. And then he started showing me how to work the clutch. So at one point in time, I finally got, I had it in
Mom
me.
and
I
Dad
said,
are
I'm taking
where were
the
they?
car
Were
over.
they gone the whole weekend, or was it just like a?
We were away for the
You were
weekend.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
So Tom's like, you're staring it down, and you.
Starting to, I just take the cover off. I start it up. I'm letting it sit for a minute at the neighbors, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm just gonna take it for a spin. So I took it for a spin.
Everything went out. No stalling. Nothing.
No, I'm good.
You were smooth at 12.
Hey,
I
he
could
used
drive
to play
stick
Grand
from
Theft Auto.
early age.
He's good.
So did you get caught?
So the neighbor actually noticed that I was doing this. Didn't come outside or anything, right? Just saw me
The
doing
neighbor lets the 12-year-old pull out
I
in
thought
the
it was
car.
Brittany that told.
it. No, that was the other time.
The neighbor lets
And
the
that was
12-year-old
your
pull
car.
out.
That was your car. I took it to the mall. I said,
Wow.
but I told her I went a street away. I was like, it was cold.
Wow.
Like 13, 14, something. No, but I took it down the street and she didn't come outside and say anything, but my dad found out about it. So
And
there wasn't too much behind it, but he was pissed. He was definitely a little pissed. He was happy his car was back in the
I was
driveway
gonna say,
and
it ain't
there wasn't
Ferris
anything
Bueller.
wrong
You know what
with
happens to Ferris Bueller, right?
it. Yeah, you can't put the miles back.
Yeah, well, that's it.
You can't take it backwards. So, yeah.
So the neighbor lets you. I'm actually more shocked at the neighbor than I am the 12-year-old.
We were close with our neighbors.
Sorry, am I ratting on the neighbor now?
Huh?
Am I ratting on the neighbor now?
No.
Wow. Okay. Good. All right. So I'm sure there's more there. Like I'll move past it.
Yeah, there's
But like
definitely
you
more
guys
there.
are like I feel like that's the juice. We'll go to the boring stuff, I guess. I feel like I'm going boring now. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing else of note.
He just wants to air mud.
No, it's not nothing bad.
He does.
I mean, yes, I do. That's
Tom
the whole point of the show.
What was Tom doing when he was younger? I don't know.
But no, that's
He
good.
was into chaos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was doing something.
I
I
was
wasn't
too.
in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
I wanted to be out and doing
Yeah.
things, and I don't know. Sometimes that came with a little
Consequences?
bit of trouble and consequences. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
He was very popular.
Uh-huh.
And one thing that I like
wouldn't
that he did, you were popular. He had so many different groups of friends. You know, like with me growing up, I didn't have many friends. The friends that I did, it was very small. And he's like, he's hanging with this group. Tomorrow he's hanging with that group. I was like, wow.
Yeah, growing up, I definitely surrounded myself with like different groups of people that you could tell they were totally different. You know.
So that actually brings a good point. So, athlete, thespian, male model. What did you get into when you were an adolescent? What did you besides the chaos? What were your interests? What were you into?
I played baseball growing up. I stopped once I got to high school. I did the background acting for a while. So
What's that?
That was fun.
What's that?
So I had a talent agency, and I basically.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I wasn't that far off. So, at what point did you tap into that thing?
I had to be at least like 9 years old.
So you're 9 years old. Now, let's go back. Like,
Maybe 10 or 11.
and what? So,
actually.
and this was what, acting or modeling?
Yeah, acting.
Acting. Okay. So what? How does that come about? Like, because that's not natural. Most kids, it's like sports or like. When did you like get into that and see an interest in that stuff?
We just found a talent agency somewhere.
Yeah, but what sparked that?
Me.
You sparked.
Yeah.
her
So
whole
that's what I
thing.
mean. Okay,
Yeah.
he didn't do the clown gig with you, right?
He was in my stomach when I did that. I was a pregnant clown.
So what is it? What are you seeing? Like, what are you like? He's just acting, or like his charisma is what made you think of that?
Yeah, I mean he was good looking.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good looking kid.
Yeah.
And I found this agency that did background people, you know, Law and Order, Gossip Girl. We met Blake Lively She was so nice.
You did?
Yeah, he was on an episode of.
Oh, you guys
Gossip
just
Girl.
want to like just go over this and just talk about title? Like, hey, let's talk about Blake Lively and his like past acting career instead. That's awesome.
What was that one?
Smash.
Smash.
Catherine McPhee.
Yeah, he was mesmerized by her because she was on the stage and
But she was talking to all of us, so she wasn't just disregarding everybody.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
bunch of young kids, but she was actually talking to us, having a conversation.
That's cool.
For me, it's like the experience. That was cool. You get to meet all these famous people.
Yeah.
That they're normal.
That's
Like, some of
cool.
them, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you
I'll
have to
never
have
forget
something.
that day. He was like, "Yeah, I told her you're so beautiful." I was like, "Oh boy, we've got a lover boy here."
You said that to her. My man. What
He wasn't
I
afraid.
was like 11 years
Yeah.
old.
Listen, the problem is she's going the other direction. You know, her husband's like 40 years older than her.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's a pimp, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm taken.
So that's interesting. So you thought mainly it was looks. He was a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I got to get him into this. You
Well,
find
he
this.
did have the charisma.
Yeah,
Definitely had that.
And so you ended up. So again, tell me you were. What was the shows? What was it?
Smash, Law and Order.
Law and Order.
My man is a loser.
My man is a loser.
That was Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was pretty cool too. He
He's
talked
just
to
as
everybody.
funny in person as he is.
Yeah. He seemed like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like a cool. He gives us all average Joes like somebody's like dude, I can do this. That's awesome. How long did you do that for?
Only a few years, I think.
That's
Wasn't,
cool. That's
like, too
cool,
long.
man. I wouldn't have known that. That's why we do these shows. Anything else that's crazy, man? You're like a shark hunter or something? Like nuts. That's cool. That's really cool. All right. So the athlete stuff, the acting stuff, and I like that you push. Like I feel like the one thing I've noticed about you is that you want more than you ever had for your kids.
Yeah.
So you're always finding these things to like push them out and that's awesome. Like that's what you like. To me, there's so many different ways you could take this, because you were successful in business and all these other things, but you're not boring. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like,
Thanks.
no, but I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
Like there's so many ways you could take this. The fact that you were pushing them to do different things is cool. It's really, really cool. My mom didn't push me into acting. She didn't think I was that good looking, but I'm just saying. Whatever. Thanks, Mom. So before we get off the lover boy topic, and I know you're married now, so I'm sure your wife won't care, but when was your first girlfriend?
I don't know.
Are we talking like young?
Definitely young.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely probably grade school, yeah.
Yeah, grade school.
Yeah.
Did you ever, were you the freshman dating the senior? Did you ever do any of that? I feel like you went to some, high school proms when you were
No,
young.
but my wife,
Yeah?
if we were together in high school, yeah, that would have.
That would have been okay,
Yeah,
all
she's
right.
older than me.
He likes older women.
Listen, bro, I don't blame you. I saw your wife's birthday picture.
She is a hottie.
Beautiful woman.
Yeah,
I
she
think I would say that you matched physically in the marriage department. So
Yeah?
congratulations.
My mom always tells him, "You're gonna have beautiful children."
And she tells us all the time, she's like, your kids are going to be so good looking. Yeah. But it's like she's trying to push it.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
great grandchild. These ones do it to me
So
too.
are you going to call the agent now, or are you going to wait to see how the kid develops?
What?
You might as well get the agent ready, the one that was giving you the acting.
Oh, the talent agency.
Yeah, the talent agency.
We'll see what happens. We'll see
All
what
right.
happens.
So this is now I'm going to shift it to you, right? You are living in this environment and you're seeing mom become successful, right? And you're watching her business grow. At what age can you start to take notice to what mom's doing and watching the business grow? And do you start to develop an interest in it?
As far as being young, it was just my parents' work. They own their businesses. I had friends that were like that, so I didn't really take that in initially. But as I got older, I saw an opportunity, and as she said, it was, she pushes things, and it was always there. That the business is there. I could work with my dad and doing, houses, flipping houses, or go this way with title insurance. So as far as
When you think back to it, when is it, what age are you when do you start to become curious about it?
I would say probably just prior to high school.
Prior to high, so that's young.
Yeah.
That's young. So 12, 13?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause when I
that's
was
pretty young.
14, I started getting off the bus.
Yeah.
I took a different bus to Yardley where our office was, and I would walk after school from that bus stop to the office. And then I would go in and type legals, and that's where it all
Oh, and that was what age?
14.
And that was
straight off the
completely
bus.
voluntary.
Yeah. I wanted to make money. So I wanted to
Ah,
have money
there
to
it is.
spend. Like,
So
to
let's
go
start.
out and-
Okay, what do you
yeah.
want? Jordans, dates? Like, what's motivation at that point?
I was definitely into
Remember that
shoes.
letter? Remember that letter you wrote me? I still have. The one you
Which
said.
one?
Wait.
Apology letter or
It was an apology letter, and it was about you had bought a pair. I had bought you a pair of Jordans or something.
you have this letter still.
I do,
Yeah.
and I'll put it up if I find it. It was I would buy him stuff. This is how crazy this is. I would buy him things. He would say, "Mom, can you buy me this? Mom, can you buy me that?" Okay. I would buy him these things, and the next thing you know, they're disappeared. Well, Tom, where are they? Oh, I sold it. What do you mean you sold it? So I got really angry with him because they were really expensive, these shoes, right? So he knew I was mad. So he writes me this letter, and he's very good with his words. He writes me this letter, and it was something like, "I'm really sorry that I sold the pair of sneakers without asking you first. But they were for a limited time that I could make a lot of money, and
They were highly profitable.
they were
That was the
highly
word I used.
profitable. I mean, it was hilarious. The letter was just hilarious, and you couldn't help but laugh,
Right.
You know, and admire the fact that this kid's trying to make money, even though it's on my dime. You know, like he's got
Well,
me.
regardless, he's gonna do it on your dime, so you might as well make money.
Yeah, I'm not making a dime.
I
I'm
know, I get it,
losing
but
it. He probably still has his first dollar.
I still have these shoes.
You do?
Yeah. It wasn't
You have
selling
the
them.
shoes?
It wasn't selling them. It was buying them.
You have them,
I still kept them to this day.
What are they?
They're Jordan Bred 11s.
dude. That's a good investment. I became a sneakerhead recently, and I bought a fake pair of Jordans. We can get into that later. But
On Amazon, right?
I thought I was getting a deal. I was like, oh, that was a deal. But no, interesting. So it's the money. So you have the hustle in you at a young age.
Definitely.
Yeah, and all you didn't push. You let them just observe, and if they wanted to
Oh,
come,
no,
they
I
would
pushed.
come. Oh, you
Are you
pushed?
kidding?
Oh, you
She
did
always
push.
pushed.
I always
Oh, I
pushed.
didn't know you
Yeah,
pushed.
like
I thought you let them come naturally.
no. Brittany started at 18.
Yeah.
She got her notary, started doing closings. Rachel was 16, came in, same thing, legals, just picked up,
Shredding paper.
shredding paper, and then Tommy.
And what was the push? Like, when was it? You're going to do this, or is that you're going to
No.
earn your keep, or what's the perspective? What's the perspective in the?
So I
push?
never pushed them, you must do this.
Mm.
It was more like, why don't you do this? This would be great. Kind of like encouraging and motivating. You know, this is a family thing. We can make this something great. And that's what we did.
What it is today is what she kind of put out there before, like the family.
So she manifested the whole thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I try and manifest a lot. None of it's come out yet. I'm 43. One day it's gonna happen.
The more you talk about it.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
thing.
All right. Cool. So you now, did you do college?
No.
You did no college. So as soon as you graduated, it was boom.
So actually, I was doing this full time before I graduated. I was able to find a program in high school where I took extra credit. So I kind of stopped working for, I think it was like 2 months. And what I did is I took the credits after school, which then opened me up for pretty much almost the entire year. I was able to come in late and leave early and only be there for 2 hours.
That's dope.
So I would
Yeah.
go right from there straight to work.
That's cool. So
Right in high school.
did you see the work ethic immediately?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From a small age, like
Yeah.
he always wanted to make money. That's how I was when I was a kid. Always wanted to make money, and he had that too, and he still has that, and yeah.
So when you start, what's the evolution here? You're writing up these legals, and then give me the ladder for you here.
For me,
Yeah.
how I got to where I'm at.
Well, what did you do? Did you experience all aspects of it? Did you
Yeah.
work in different departments? And then do you eventually look at mom and say, I want to do more? Do you start bringing some stuff to the table? Is it just you looking good and smiling, which works? I'm actually in the zone right now. But Yeah. What's the evolution of you here?
I started shredding papers even before I was 14. I would come in and, it was before we had Shred It, this.
So
the
what do
shredding
you
company.
so you're shredding? It's like for lack of a better term, you stick in a paper in a shredder.
In a shredder. Yeah,
That's it. Nothing harder than that.
nothing harder
But you're
than that.
shredding hard. Are you getting like an incentive? Like, is there an incentive?
Yeah,
is
she
there
would
like
pay me and my buddy. We'd come in and there'd
per
be
amount of
tons
shred,
paper.
or is it an hourly shred?
I think she just paid us for the day.
So technically speaking, you could have done more or less shreds, and you would have gotten paid the same.
I don't know, probably.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I was young then, but no, I started out with shredding paper, started typing legals, which are the legal descriptions that you have on the deeds, and just kept going up from there. When I was 14, getting off the bus, it was something else, answering the phones, and just keep escalating until it got to, where I'm at today. But
So as you get 14, 15, 16, you're learning different aspects of the business,
I did everything.
right? And then I would say, by what age are you, like, you could do it all? 18, 19? Like, what do you?
Definitely not 18, 19, maybe around the time I was 20, 22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably the time that I could pretty much step in and do everything, no matter what it was that was accomplished by then.
And I think that is a very valuable thing for people to understand, because most people are like, family business, silver spoon, you didn't earn it. Why do I have to do this? And then when everyone's like, complaining about doing a job, like, yeah, I did it. I did that, and I did that, and I did that. And you can't run this business unless you understand the business.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what people don't get about title is it's very technical.
Super
It's
complex.
Very,
Super.
very technical. And the smallest little, and we experience it all the time. I'll call you and be like, dude, I have no idea. I don't know. This is your wheelhouse. This is my wheelhouse. You stay there. I'll stay there. Like, and it is a very, very, it's a discipline, and it takes a lot of understanding, and there's no formal education, right?
No.
They don't teach
Hands-on.
you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you
So-
take the title test, it's irrelevant.
No, it's
like
irrelevant.
the Florida test,
Yeah.
it talks about how many miles are in a township. And I'm like, even in title, when am I going to need to know that?
I mean, think back to when you went to school. You know, half of this stuff. Some of these, I think it was it? I was laughing. Trigonometry, or what the hell? What the hell is this stuff? They use as an architect. Well, I'm not an architect. I'm not putting up a building, so I don't know why I have to do any of this stuff. But whatever, regardless.
Should be a college class.
It's ridiculous. It's some of this stuff. How about we just talk about savings and spending and things?
How
that
about
would make-
teach how to do a checkbook and balance?
You know what's crazy about that in school?
Yeah.
I reached out to a school that I went to, because I've been to a few, and it was like my home area. And I reached out to them about trying to implement something with like credit, because they don't teach kids anything. And even the class they have there, it's irrelevant.
It's wild.
Hit up every person on the board, not one response. They don't want to teach kids. They don't want them to know.
Well, it's one of those things where when it becomes a job, you just do the minimum necessary to get paid, right?
Yeah.
Which you get it because you're in the grind. Because you try and change systems, it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like in the, and I call it more the public sector, because that's what it is. I've done local government stuff. It is brutal. It is brutal.
Always.
Like, you have a good idea and you're like, this is a good idea, and then you get boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
And it's like, oh yeah, we'll talk about it next session, which is in 6 months. Okay, cool. Like, I'm not interested in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that stuff works. But all right, so now you're at a point where you're like, all right, I can do this. I can run the whole thing. I can do all of it. Do you guys have a conversation that then says you're going to take on more? Like, how does that work with you guys?
We've had conversations over the years. I think that's where you've seen the changes. Will be specific in job title of what I was doing at the company. So yeah, definitely.
So what
good
was your biggest title promotion? Like, job title promotion?
Probably the one I have right now,
Which is what? What's your title?
executive vice president.
An executive vice president. So what does that put you in line? What's the? Look at that face.
family company,
That was
Chad.
a great question.
He likes to stir the pot.
How does it work? Okay, so let's fast forward to now.
Well, wait. Let back up.
Back up. Go ahead.
I need to just
Do it.
clarify this
Yes.
because we are a family business,
Yeah.
and my children are, even though they do different things, we're a family unit.
Sure.
So I don't like to
Give
say
titles.
Well, no, but they all have titles, but I don't want to say one's position is higher than the other because everything each one of us does here is very important.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
To be
Yeah.
to be a little bit more specific on that, she's 100% with like you're here, I'm here. We don't really do that here. As far as like for example, my sister, she's vice president. The things that she does, everything that she does is a little bit different than from what I do. I have that title because I handle the daily operations. I'm involved in everything all day long. I'm at the office all day. She's out and about. But when I'm not here, she has the same exact authority that I do.
Got it.
So we all operate as a family together to make things happen. And we try to keep it that way, especially even with the team at our company. So, yeah.
And then did you guys just figure that out on the fly, or did this you manifest this also?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The structure. Not everyone
Oh
knows how
no,
to-
we talked about it. It was important, that I think any decision that we have that changes the dynamics of our business, we always talk. Because if we keep that communication going and open, then it leads to more production, or more productive results.
Well, it's hard to do though. I think some people aren't able to develop a structure and a system where you can understand to be more efficient, you have to give this person this task and this person this task. Not everyone can do that well.
Yeah.
And
And also recognizing what you're good at and what you suck at, which I think I'm pretty open to acknowledging my faults.
so
and
what do you
flaws.
suck at?
What do I suck at? Well, I am definitely
Don't open a door you don't want to open with Chad.
I am definitely not good at telling people what to do in the respect of when it comes to hard conversations. I'm very easygoing. I like to smooth things over. I like things to be nice. Whereas, Brittany and Rachel were both the same way. Tom, on the other hand, is complete opposite of the three of us. Whereas he'll just tell you like it is, and he really doesn't care what you think or if it hurts your feelings. Put your big girl panties on and get over it,
Right.
or your big boy pants on. Like he doesn't care. And I think over the last few years, in communicating and talking about it, we've been able to help him to soften that blow a little bit, where it's not so like in your face, like I don't care.
We're
but-
calling the assassin. Here he comes. with the
You gotta
axe.
keep
He's
it. You gotta
still-
keep in mind too. It's only me, the only man in the office. So
That's
like,
true too. That is
women
true
are
too.
emotional. and
Yes.
Everybody's
You're a metro
emotional,
man
but-
though, Tom.
maybe. So yeah.
No, I keep that in mind. Every time I walk in the door, I keep that in mind. No, but that's you guys are very good as a family, and forgetting the family part, you're very good at playing nicely together, right? And accepting those roles because that's not easy. It's not easy, and it's funny you mentioned that part. Because I'm sure that that's burned you. Like if it's something that you can immediately say, I suck at it, it must have been a big deal for you in the history of your company, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a hindrance over the years before Tom got involved.
Yeah, sure.
To be able to grow and expand and keep things and systems in place that are very regimented. And, as much of a non-rule follower he was growing up, he's very good at setting expectations and rules in our company and making people adhere to them.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just not.
Well, so that's the question is, Tom's here, so I'd be more interested in focusing on what Tom's brought. But from your perspective, what has Tom brought to the table? No bullshit, like straight answer, in terms of making the company better.
First and foremost, the structure. We were a bit, I don't want to say we were chaotic, but it was definitely things were not very set in stone as far as being regimented and things that procedures and departments. And like he's done a really good job at communicating and having our staff really develop in their positions. and the protocols of what a business requires. And I think that's a lot of the books that you read and the things that
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Where you got all that? Is it all self-taught?
I think can I answer? Sorry. I think a lot of it's self-taught, but I think a lot of it is just a natural inborn thing that he has where he's just a natural leader and people like him and want to hear what he has to say. So I think some people have it, some people don't.
What does that mean in terms of the ability for your company to go from where it was to where it's going?
I'll give you a good example. I'm very hands-on and I like to be in control of things with, like, if somebody comes to me, I want to take care of it. I want to know that it's done. And the only way, we just had this conversation out before we came in, the only way that you're going to know that it's done and done right is if you do it yourself, and then if something goes wrong, then you can blame yourself, right? But he definitely has the ability or has done that in with me to kind of, back off. You need to like, here's your place over here. You're the boss. You shouldn't be doing this. And it's really hard to just be like, and I think I just sent you a thing yesterday, like, I can't let go. Like, I'm still trying to like hang on with my fingers and like, and he's taking my fingers off the wall. And
But you've done a pretty good, I would say, without knowing you guys that deep from like a while ago, I'm more newer in your chapter of the business. I think you've done a pretty good job of letting people do stuff. Like what I'm seeing, because at the end of the day, you're not really in it as much.
No.
Which is good. I mean, that's the dream of any business owner.
Right.
I mean, the dream of a business owner is the ability to be like, all right, this can still run and I can do other stuff. Like I can develop a podcast. Like,
but it's a hard pill to swallow when you're like, I built this for 20 years and now here I am and it's running itself. Oh my God, what do I do?
Right.
What's next?
Right.
And there's a process that you go through in your thoughts. Like, and I think it was one of the books that you read kind of agree to what that thing is.
So he's pretty deep, is what you're saying.
Tom is like,
he's not just good looking.
He's 25. He's 25, but he has the mentality of a 40-year-old. And I've said that for years. Like, he's so beyond his years. Like, he hangs out. He'd rather hang out with my husband and his friends than his own friends sometimes. He listens to old school music. Like, it's weird. But it's cool.
I can relate to you. So when I used to go to kids' parties growing up to my friends' houses, I used to hang out with the parents. I swear to God. Yeah, I sit there and talk to the parents. I'd be like, you guys aren't that interesting. How's your day going? What's your job like? It's
Yeah.
I was the same way. I totally get that. That's cool. What and you've done, listen, I know it's hard, but you've done a good job.
Thank
you.
You
should give yourself credit for that. You really
you.
should. Because I think that you doing that allows you to grow more, right?
Yeah.
And not just as a person, but the business.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you're a single mom. You're a single solo entrepreneur figuring it out as you go.
Mm-hmm.
You're figuring it out. You're just figuring it out. You just be like, oh, I'm making money. Okay, I do this. There's no rhyme or reason or way, no path. You just figured it out, right? So you've got to start to develop ways to say, all right, figuring out took me to this level. How do I get to this level? Which is where Tom's coming in and saying, well, if we're going to scale, we need systems, right? Because then you replicate. That's how you scale.
Structure and strategy.
Exactly. That's it.
All day long.
Yeah. And then are you big into the entrepreneur swing? Do you read a lot of entrepreneurs? You listen to a lot of entrepreneurs? Yeah. Is there any podcasts that move you? What are you into? My podcast. It's cool. Thanks, bro.
No, I watch your podcast all the time. No, I'm not set on anybody, but I do look at different podcasts, different individuals. I'm not really into anybody specific.
I'm a Cubanaholic.
I agree with a lot of stuff some people say, and I disagree with a lot of it.
Sure.
So I'm kind of just neutral with a lot of these.
But that's
I take in all the information.
But that's important, right? So you'll listen to these guys, and people will take it as the gospel, right? Yeah. And they'll literally be like, oh, you have to do it that way. Yeah. You don't have to do it that way. You have to listen to the message and spin it the way that works for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a Cubanaholic. Like when the guy I swear to God, It's like it has nothing to do with political stuff. It's all his philosophies, his businesses, the way he looks at things. I've become more and more into. I'm not a Gary Vee guy. I think he's a little too rah rah sis boom bah. There's a couple other guys that I like. What's his name? Jesse. He's married to the Spanx lady. I can't think of his name. He has that big ass calendar. I don't know if you know the guy. I don't know. I can't. Some of these guys
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. But no, it's like you and I, and of course we're down different generations. I'm not much older. That sucks. But, but like the Shark Tank era, and we have kind of grown up in that part of where hustle and success is sexy. You know what I mean? And I feel like that becomes what's the word? Not a lot. It just it really brings you in. You know what I mean? And is that what you've gone towards? Are you like a hustler and grinder, or do you balance things, or do you like to work? Do you like to play? What do you like to do?
I worked a lot for probably the years from when I was 18 to right now, and finally got somebody to help with everything, and it kind of gave me a little bit to simmer down with. But I'm definitely hustle and grind because all I do is work.
Yeah. So now
to sleep.
that you're married, how has that shifted your mindset?
It definitely shifted my mindset a little bit because I have to make the time that I need for my wife, and I don't have kids. I got 2 dogs. I got 2 beagles. So, and they're a handful. Beagles are, I didn't realize what I was getting into, from shedding to, but you just got to make time. You got to find that structure in your life. Just like I say it here with the company all the time, you got to have the right structure. And if you don't, you're not going to, succeed.
So I've felt like my wife taught me to be more human. I felt like you become programmed and so focused that you forget to live.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel that way?
100%.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. It's good. She's a good wife, then. Kudos to you. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm super fast paced and she's not. So she brings me down, a little bit back to reality.
That's crazy to me because like
relax.
I look at you and I'm like, I look at you and I'm like, I must be all over the place for this guy. Like you're like cool, calm, and collective. So you're not.
It's just what you see.
Yeah,
when I'm behind the scenes.
What do you do behind the doors?
In the kitchen,
Yeah.
Getting stuff going.
That's awesome. That's good, man. I'm happy for you. Congrats. Thanks. You been a year now?
What, married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you, dude. Good for you. I'm happy for you. So at what point do you felt like you had a sense of ownership?
Of the company?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Like 22, 23?
Yeah, just about, roughly.
And then now I want to hear this. This is individually and then as a goal, as a group, what's the direction of the company from now going forward?
You want to answer it?
I can answer it.
All right.
I mean, we definitely want to continue to grow.
Mm.
We have a lot of good things going on currently that I think, over the next few years, we'd like to really expand on.
Any cookies, or are you going to keep it in the vault? You keep it in the vault.
Just our joint ventures, and we've been doing them for a while now, and we'd like to expand on them more and get some
joint ventures with realtors.
With realtors,
why don't you tell people what that is?
Yeah, so we have a joint venture where the realtors buy in, and basically, they utilize us and our services, and it's highly profitable. It started out small, and now we have a number of agents that can attest to the fact that it's taken off and pretty much I'd say kind of exploded over the last 6 months. It's just the people that are in it are very like-minded with us and our beliefs and our values and integrity. So it's nice. It's nice to work with people that are similarly matched to you, and we're on the hunt for more. We want to get more agents that are like us. So.
Yeah, and we want to provide value to people. That's part of it. Doing these joint ventures. A lot of our agents say that they learn a lot from being in business with us, and that's important to know that we're giving them more than just something.
And I think to dummy it down even more, because I didn't know much about this until it's a way for real estate agents to diversify their revenue streams.
Absolutely.
Right? So outside of just selling a home, you can also make money in other areas.
Yes.
Sadly, we're regulated by different laws, and I can't offer that.
Yeah. I know that stinks.
Sucks.
It's all compliance. It's all compliance.
Yeah.
You gotta do it the right way.
We're actually we have a RESPA attorney who makes sure that we're on point, cross our T's, dot our I's. They're one of the top agent attorneys in the country.
That's awesome.
So
That's great.
That's very important for us for
Yeah.
for just all around compliance.
You want to operate with a free mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah, and we see what's out there, and we know, what to do with these situations. So it's definitely important to have the security there.
Yeah.
So is that the largest, in terms of projects and perspectives, that the biggest area you want to grow in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And is that more or less, how do you guys market that?
A lot of it's word of mouth through the agents that are already a part of it, and then we do some marketing. So that's what we want to expand on, is to, market a little bit more to agents and people in the industry. So it's a lot of word of mouth though.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the bulk of the business really is, and the hardest part is figuring out where to spend marketing dollars, because it's like you can throw a bunch of paint on the wall, but there's only so much of it that's gonna stick. So
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Good analogy.
Well, it's the hardest part. You can piggyback and bootstrap a certain development and a growth, because people don't know you, they don't know who you are, they haven't experienced you, right? And that goes and then you hit these walls of growth, and then it's so much harder. People don't realize to then go to the next level.
Yeah.
Because marketing is such a scary thing, because you can spend so much money
Yeah.
and get nothing from
Look at the
it.
billboards on 95. That one company, the attorney, man, they got 100 billboards.
Top Dog Law?
No, Pond.
Oh, Pond Lehigh.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got
yeah, yeah.
one word on every billboard.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
Yeah. Yeah.
marketing. I mean,
It's just, but it also takes a lot of courage. I was going to use another word, but courage is that's the word I'm going to use, because I look up like, oh man, it's like I'm spending 100 G's on that. Oh boy,
Per month.
yeah, that's going to be a big return, I hope.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so projecting forward, and I'm going to ask you, when do you think you'll actually stop doing this?
What's this?
the podcast
This
or the company?
No, the company.
Never.
Like, do you think you'll always be in the office, being involved? Like, do you think you'll ever it'll let these guys?
No. No.
She always wants to do something.
Yeah.
She always wants to.
I feel like you have to be active. You have to be involved. The minute you take a step back and you're completely disconnected, that's the minute that starts the end.
The rust.
I feel like.
I know this is your show, but I feel the need to ask this question. What is your ultimate dream now? Because is it this vehicle, or is there something that, like, did you ever be like a country star, or is there something in your mind that you still wanted? I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that. I'm looking at what you're wearing, and I thought of that Bare Naked Fest you went to, or whatever it's called.
Country.
Bare Naked Fest.
Wait, what
What?
is it? Barefoot.
Barefoot.
You said bare naked.
Bare Naked Foot.
I thought of the Bare Naked Ladies.
Where is his mind today? Like from start to
I didn't
finish.
I know what it was called. Yeah, you're right. That didn't come up. Edit.
What was your question?
What
your dream?
You got stuck.
I'm living my dream.
This is
I'm
the
living
dream
the
for you?
title dream.
But do you have anything else that you want to do? I think, right? That's what
Yeah, that's my
you're-
question.
You've done this. It's successful.
Wait, he
you're
got the,
operating.
look, he is your 25-year-old just.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
You know, like he's taken a lot of stress
Mm-hmm.
from me. So it's actually enabled me to enjoy more working.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't look at what I do as work. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's certain things I like to do more than others, but I don't know.
Okay,
I-
you
I
think
like
about
what I
that.
do.
I'll ask
I'll
you
think
another
about it.
a couple episodes down the line.
Okay.
What about you?
As far as my
Is
dream,
it title man?
Tom?
I got a few things in mind, but you just have to see what's coming.
Yeah. Driving that GT.
Yeah. My GT5R, joyriding. Yeah.
He's keeping his vault locked up. He's not going to tell anybody
Yeah.
his secrets.
Listen, I think we got there today. I think we got a little. I wanted to push him like a couple little inches. You guys were still reserved. Like there's still some stories in there that maybe we'll have to do a couple extra episodes.
I think there's like a ton of content that we could keep going on. But
Yeah,
there's a ton of stuff we could talk about.
yeah. I think maybe like bourbon in the room next time.
Oh Lord.
Well, listen. This is Tom Malcolm Part 1. And are you satisfied? Is there anything that's burning on your chest that you want to get out of, or you just want to get the hell out of the seat?
Nah, whatever you're excited about, Chad. I'm not good with the topics, so that's all you.
What about you? You good? Is there anything that you wanted to ask your son that you just like?
Get live on
minute.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
This is your opportunity.
What was your hardest thing growing up dealing with us as your parents? How about that?
Trying to leave me stuck. on
Yeah.
camera? The hardest thing. I mean, I grew up with two parents that own their own businesses. So, I don't know, I'm trying to think how I could word it. Like in comparison to other people, you have parents that don't work. You know what I'm saying? They're always around 24/7. And that's some of the, I think the struggle with parents that are working all the time is that sometimes, like, for example, you, back when you were trying to build this company, you weren't at some of my baseball games. You know what I mean? Like there was times that I noticed where people have their parents at their games or whatever it may be, and they're not there, or you guys weren't there.
Yeah.
But, you know, you were providing for the family. You were doing what you had to do to build a company, and sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Back then, I might have viewed it a certain way, and now I don't. Like my opinion has changed. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you see the reality in things. But I mean, when I needed you guys, you were always there. So I can say that.
So to fulfill that emotional void, Mom's gonna buy you a baseball team.
Baseball team? Talk about Cuban. Where's he at? Buy me a baseball team.
I just bought the Cubs, Tommy.
That's not his state. Don't say that. Dude, you saw that on Shark Tank? Somebody gave him a card. It was a different basketball team that beat them in the championship. And he was like, I'm out. He's like, feel the room out, you know? Like, you're giving me the people that beat us. No, I didn't expect that from him.
Listen, he's my guy. That was good. What else you got burning in there? That's it.
Yeah,
We'll
I
think
think
about
that-
it. Next time we'll plan a little better, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the siblings in there together, get real deep.
Siblings, plural.
Well, I meant the other one at least.
That would be that would go viral if I could get all three of them in one
Listen,
room
that's-
to do this.
I do lots of things to go viral. So
So we hear.
but thank you on that note for watching Tommy Malcolm Part 1 on the Rockstar Closers podcast. You can follow us anywhere at Rockstar Closers. Is everything at Rockstar Closers? Yeah. Like another? No, like a Rockstar Closers.
Rockstar Closers.
Rockstar Closers at Rockstar Closers 1 is Instagram.
At Rockstar Closers 1. You will see this beautiful man being cut up into multiple reels coming to a screen near you. Nicole, thank you as always. I love doing this stuff with you.
Me too.
Stay tuned for another episode. See you soon. Peace.
So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade my clerk for a Rockstar dame. Might even get my broker to change his game. Cause we all just wanna work with title rock stars and sell some hilltop houses closing 15 more. The cities come easy and the closings go quick. We'll all stay busy cause we just don't quit. And we'll